Alright guys, we're just going to dive right into the questions. The first question is sex important to you and your relationship?
Yes. I feel that it's something that needs to be taken seriously, especially for a man. I feel like that's something that they need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you find what you enjoy, you can make it enjoyable for you. I mean, yeah, I think it's something that needs to be made important. I don't always make it important, but it does need to be important.
I definitely think it does. I had a struggle with not wanting it or putting the effort forward to doing it. And I realized our whole relationship just kind of fizzled out. It was just like in a ditch.
Downward spiral.
Yeah, it was just dull. So,
Fizzles.
yeah.
I think it's important. I think that's why you're in that relationship with that person for many reasons, but it's like the pie when you play like Trivial Pursuit. There's all those little pies that fit in. There's a pie for the sex. You know, there is one.
Yeah.
Or we would be having sex with all of our friends.
Right.
It's a way to connect.
You know, I mean,
What goes on when the camera goes off? I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I think it is. I think it's very important.
Is it more pleasure or is it more like a chore? Is it more like pleasure for you or is it more like a chore?
Yeah.
I can find it to be both.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be the first one to say that I've taken one for the team. I mean, if I know it's
She
something that
says you're pregnant.
Yeah.
I've taken one for the team.
Took a whole lot for the team, it
Yeah.
looks like.
Bada
But
boom, bada bing.
yeah, I make sure that I get pleasure from it. But there are those times that I'm like, I'm just gonna take one for the team, and this is just gonna be a chore for me right now because he needs it, and I know that he'll be happier the next day whether I am or not.
Where do you feel like it is at now? And like, you know what I mean? Do you feel like it's more pleasure or more?
Now it's more pleasure. I mean,
Yeah.
I think in general, everybody that's been pregnant knows that sex during pregnancy is much better.
Especially during the first and second trimester.
Yeah, when you're not completely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, certain things are uncomfortable,
By
but
the third, you're waiting for something to come out, not for something to come.
Yeah, right. Don't be trying to block anything
can't
from
breathe.
coming out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't breathe or anything. But yeah, it's more pleasure now. I mean,
Yeah.
And I think when anybody who has kids knows that before kids, it's all pleasure.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to agree, it's all pleasure.
Yeah.
And then after kids, when you're sleep deprived and you have an extra, responsibility, it becomes a chore.
Yeah.
But then it just falls back into it being important in your relationship, and it's just something that needs to be done.
Yeah. I think.
Just like the dishes.
Yeah. I mean,
laundry.
I feel like lately in my relationship, it seems like it's been a chore. Something I need to like check off on my list of things to do.
And then make it
I
roll
miss
over.
the pleasure part of
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
I miss the excitement of the feeling of knowing it's coming or that it will happen,
Or that sparkle of the spur of the moment.
Yeah,
It's
where you're
hey,
like, that was fun.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I miss that. But I've had it both. I just feel like lately, for me, it's been more of a chore.
Yeah, me
And I want to get it back to the other part. I don't mind having it sometimes, but I feel like pleasure and chore seems to be up here a little bit more.
And I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
So, all right. How many times does your husband want it versus how many times we want it?
In a week. We're saying like in a week.
Yeah, in a week.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely double no matter what I think. Like if I think we're gonna have sex once, maybe twice a week, he'll want it 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like double
Yeah.
what I think is okay for a week.
Yeah.
I think it's always like double what I'm thinking.
I do too. I think it's the man wants it. I think if a man could have sex every day, 2 or 3 times a day, he would.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what the age is, I really do. I think sex is that important.
I think,
It's
like in
just
Spain when they close down for lunch,
Yeah.
they could close down shops for the men to come home to have sex with their wives.
Yeah.
To them that seemed logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I think a lot
I feel like if it was one time a week, he should be happy. With everything else I gotta do, he should be happy. And for him, he thinks every time before he goes to bed, to help him sleep, he should have some sex.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yeah, it's like
He's gotta
double
do it.
the way that I think about it.
And we're more shocked at how much they want it. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these questions are in no order. They're all over the place, so some may tie into others, but it's just ones we talked about, and we were like, well, that should be a question. So this one is, do you think it improves your husband's mood or his willingness to want to do things like housework or help with the kids and stuff like that? I definitely think it improves.
Yeah.
It definitely does. I mean, it's just like, and we talked and laughed about this, but men, and no pun intended, are like dogs. They want to be praised for their good deeds. You know,
Yeah.
throw them a bone,
Yeah.
and the bone just happens to be sex.
Good boy. Good.
Yeah, I
Let's go to
know.
bed now.
Yeah, you did so good folding that shirt.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Let's
You know?
shake
There's
paws,
nothing
shake paws.
sexier than
Yeah.
a man vacuuming. So
Right?
if you want some.
Bent over that sink washing them dishes. Okay, they
Let's
can
go.
wait. You know? Yeah. I mean, it's because it seems like it's a relief off us.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, that's just
That's a
one
relief
thing.
off of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then ours is all this other stuff, because
Yeah.
our minds are going 75,000 miles an
Yeah.
hour. We have checklists. You know, you lay in the bed and you're like, oh, I didn't do this. I gotta
Yep.
do this tomorrow. I gotta do this tomorrow. I'm going, oh crap, I gotta do that. I gotta go get up and do this. And they're just like, well, I didn't have sex tonight.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's all. That's
Is
all
that-
I think about.
yeah, you know, and it's like, when
You
you
could
try
be
to-
sitting in bed, like paying bills or making a grocery list,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Hey.
you're like, no, I'm trying to
Sure, let me go lay back. All right, let me finish writing my list.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
I mean,
because-
my husband's even said it. Just lay there.
Yeah.
You know, you just lay. You can be asleep. Just lay there. I'm like, what?
And you want to have food in the house tomorrow,
Yeah.
then I need to go shopping.
But if they were
Well,
stranded in
yeah.
the desert, they just need food, water, and sex. So
Yeah.
we provide all those things. They're the happiest people in the world.
Yep.
It's just sometimes hard.
All right. The next one is: do you get right down to business, or do you start with foreplay?
Foreplay.
Sometimes for me it's both. It's sometimes like you said, if I'm taking one for the team, it's like, don't kiss
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Don't, just do it. Just get it done. But then I really think foreplay helps a lot in
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
getting there.
That's wrong.
That's fun. You know.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with it. We text my husband a picture of boobs, and I was like,
Our
"Do you
boobs,
recognize
please."
this?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's wrong."
What was the question again?
All right. I don't know where to go.
No, you're waiting.
Oh, the foreplay.
Yeah.
Before kids or even before Braden, there was great foreplay that brought it on, and
Yeah.
that gets you in the mood. It kind of gets you more
Yeah.
excited and
Yeah.
gets your body excited for it. You know?
Even foreplay outside of the bedroom, like
Yeah.
sending me a text message during the day, or
Yeah.
I send him a text message,
Yeah.
or when I'm washing dishes, and helping me wash dishes is kind of like foreplay. you
Yeah,
know?
or even like
Vacuuming.
driving the car when Mike would sit there and rub my
Yeah.
yeah. But like I feel like
Just-
lately it's more like I got things to do,
Yeah.
so let's get down to it.
Yeah. It's 9:30.
And
Let's
I-
go.
But
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes even when, and I understand that part of that, like that's me with a million things to do, but I feel like sometimes there's actually times that we can do it, but he just wants to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He
Go.
just
Like,
wants to
do
relieve
it.
himself.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
I'm like, we actually have like kids totally asleep that are not waking up. Cody is in his own
An
bed.
extra 3 minutes, please.
Like, let's work on this.
Yeah.
And for him, it's like, he just wants to hurry up and go to bed because he's got to get work. And I'm like, you got to work with me here. You know what I mean?
It's like your switch.
Yeah,
Like when you want it to be this like nice, extravagant foreplay, blah blah blah. There's like bam bam bam
Yeah.
bam, let's go, and it's like
I mean, I find it hard to talk while having sex. I'm like, yeah, do it that way. Don't stop doing it. You know, I find
just
it
love
like
it.
really embarrassing
yeah.
to say stuff like
Just
that.
know what you're supposed to do and do it.
Yeah. I have realized it's really important. Guys like you to say, right there, don't stop. You know,
That's good. That's good. It's
Yeah.
like it's being praised.
Yes,
Yeah.
again.
Once again, they have to be praised.
Yes, yes. All right, on to the next one. How do you do it when you have kids in the house? I'm going to start this
You
one off.
lock them in a closet and give them bread and water and an iPad.
Yeah. I have a hard time, and that's another reason why it's hard for me, because I actually have a 15-year-old. I have a
Yeah.
teenager. So I know, and his bedroom is right under ours, so it's kind of like, don't shake the bed, don't make it squeak, let's just stand up.
Just don't move.
Just be quiet, So then it's like you can't get into it, you can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I do know that the times that he's not there, we can really, I'm like, okay, let's go, So it's really hard.
You gotta plan it like, I don't know, like our kids.
You have to plan it around your kids.
You can't sit there and say, Mommy, Daddy, be right back. Because if you do that, well, what are you doing?
Then they're like,
yeah.
What
are
you doing?
That's when they care about where they are, we are.
Yeah.
Normally they just don't want us
sitting
near
on the
them.
couch for 2 hours.
Yeah.
They would never come and talk to you. Right?
See, when they're babies, when they're brand new or little, you can put them in the bassinet in the room and they would have no idea.
Yeah.
They'd have no idea what's going on.
Unless
We're
they
just
wake
making
up-
your brother or sister.
Unless they wake up and start sucking on your
Oh,
husband's
toes.
toes.
But we're just trying to give you a sibling right now, so
This is how you came into the world,
No.
okay?
Get off Daddy's toe.
I mean, my parents used to lock the door and say, Mom and Dad are going to talk. And I was 12 and stuff like that. And at the time, I had no thought of what they were doing. Looking back, oh,
Yeah.
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 Then it's
okay.
kind of like, ooh.
Yeah, ew.
Ooh.
I had that's just, come on now.
So, while on the subject of kids, how much has your sex life changed since kids? A lot.
You will not go back.
always had a child, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it was like before.
I don't think you go back exactly to the way it was after you have a child. Just because of the responsibility.
Yeah.
It comes down to that. It doesn't matter how many or anything like that. I think it comes down to your family. There's more of you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just another person that you're taking care of and that needs to be taken care of. And it just comes along with more responsibilities. And when you're dating or married with no kids, I mean, you don't have to worry about
you
anything.
can just,
yeah.
we're working on a fence on the farm. Hey, nobody's around. You can't see the house. Let's just
That's a
right
Yeah.
right here beside the truck, I mean, but you can't do that anymore. It's just like, I'm too worried.
Yeah.
I'm too worried that my kids are going to walk in on us. And that's traumatizing to a kid.
My friend walked in on his parents doing it, and I remember he would say, I was screaming to my dad, Daddy, what are you doing? Get off of Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was like 10 or something. He's like, yeah, I walked in on my parents.
Yeah.
It really kills the mood though, and then your child walking in.
Oh my God. Or if Mike can hear them.
Oh yeah, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, I
It's like,
can't. Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to stay
Blah, blah, blah,
focused.
We'll try it tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or next week.
Do you use toys?
Yes.
No,
What?
I know, sorry.
Check out Spice Girl subscription below.
What? We don't use
No,
toys
we
every
tried.
time.
We tried. Now, in the beginning, I'm talking 5, 6 years ago. Yeah, but no. And I
Yeah,
do
and it
think
comes
he
down
wishes
to-
that there was more of that, but no. I see y'all open the wine.
I think they can either spice up your relationship or they can just totally ruin it.
Yeah.
They really can. It's either or. You both have to be in agreement,
Oh yeah.
Of what and how.
But there's tons of things. Definitely experiment though.
Yeah. Well, see, this is X-rated here, guys. The last time we used a toy, my husband, he used that first, and once he was there, he was like, I felt like I wasn't doing anything for you afterwards because you had already gotten all of yours. I was just there for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so we won't use that anymore. And let me be the friend. Funny story, okay? Funny story. Hey, this is going to be the intro to our sexy talk video.
Well,
I'm just
sexy
kidding.
girlfriend.
You're the one that's drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Yeah,
That's why my faces always look weird because I'm like, where's the damn button? Wait. Look at my boobs.
Let's take a picture of that real quick.
There you
Send
go.
that to Mike. Mike.
nice. Oh, we're so
Do you recognize, please?
All right, are we ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Are you ready?